Riyadus Saliheen. Chapter 227, The Excellence of Observing Saum on the Day of Arafah, Ashura, and Tasu'a, i.e., 9th of Muharram. Abu Qatada, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him was asked about the observance of Saum, fasting, on the day of Arafah. He said, it is an expiation for the sins of the preceding year and the current year. Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary, the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah is called Yawm Arafah. On this day, pilgrims stop and stand in prayers at Arafat, which is the most important ritual of Hajj, so much so that Hajj is deemed incomplete without it. On that day, the pilgrims are engaged in the remembrance of Allah, and prayers, as that is their most important worship on that day. For this reason, Saum is not desirable for them, but for other people, Saum has a special merit. The importance and merit of the Saum can be judged from the fact that it expiates sins for 2 consecutive years, the previous year and the current year. But these sins relate only to the minor sins, not the major ones, or become a means of elevation of one's status. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with them, reported, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him observed Saum, fasting, on the day of Ashura, and commanded us to fast on this day. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Commentary, Ashura, 10th of Muharram. In another hadith, it is stated that when the Prophet peace be upon him emigrated from Mecca to Al-Madinah, he saw that the Jews were fasting on this day. He asked them why they did this on that day, and they told him that they did it for the reason that Allah granted Prophet Musa emancipation from Pharaoh on this day, and so they observed Saum in token of their joy. On this, he peace be upon him said that in this happiness of Prophet Musa, Muslims have a greater right to observe Saum than the Jews. Consequently, he also observed Saum on 10th of Muharram. Then, he said that if he lived the following year, he would observe Saum on 9th of Muharram also, so that they would make themselves different from the Jews. According to another hadith, he peace be upon him ordained the Muslims to observe Saum on Ashura, and in addition one more Saum on 9th or 11th of Muharram in opposition to the Jews. Thus observance of 2 Saum on this occasion is a sunnah of the Prophet peace be upon him. These 2 Saum can be observed either on 9th and 10th or 10th and 11th of Muharram. It is regrettable indeed that present-day Muslims do not follow the sunnah of the Prophet peace be upon him, and instead observe the baseless practices of morning assemblies, majlis, which is a grave sin practiced by Shia. Abu Qatada, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him was asked about observing as-Saum, the fast, on the 10th day of Muharram, and he replied, it is an expiation for the sins of the preceding year. Reported in Sahih Muslim. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with them, reported, the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him said, if I remain alive till the next year, I shall also observe fast on the 9th of Muharram. Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary, some people think these words stand to mean that he will observe Saum on the 9th of Muharram only. But this interpretation does not agree with other ahadith. In order to oppose the Jews, he peace be upon him resolved to observe one more Saum with that of 10th of Muharram, and ordained it for the Muslims. In this connection, we have quoted above the authority from Musnad Ahmad. Hence, the meanings we have given in the translation of the text are correct.
سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك